Hello and welcome. Today I am going to be reading through some of the top AskReddit threads from the past week while softly speaking. So with that, sit back, relax, and let's get started. The first question: what's something you used to cheap out on until you tried the expensive version and could never come back? I have to say towels. Cheap ones don't dry well or aren't soft enough or both. Those who've used standard issue military towels understand. Headphones. I used to burn through a cheap pair every few months until I got a nice pair. Not only is the sound better, but they have lasted me years with the replaceable parts. And then there's a follow-up comment. It's a phenomenon where it's actually more expensive to be poor for this very reason. The cost of expensive goods is much higher up front, but averages out to be better value over time. Clothing, shoes, vehicles, electronics, and other goods all follow this same pattern. As a result, the poor get trapped constantly shelling out for inferior products and end up paying more in the long run. Shoes. So many people in my life have told me to not spend money on shoes when I can buy the same thing at Walmart for $20. I finally started buying some more expensive shoes in my mid-20s, and I found that they're much more comfortable and last way longer than the $20 Walmart alternatives. If you have the money, invest in a good pair of shoes. Bread, toilet paper, hiring movers. Every time I moved in the past, I did it myself with the help of friends and family. Got frustrated, sweated all day. Tensions ran high. Movers make it so much easier. It's absolutely worth the extra expense. Your time and happiness are valuable. I'll never go back. Good quality, high thread count cotton sheets. People with eczema can relate. Olive oil. Most cheap olive oil is only about 20% olive oil and 80% seed oils. Mattresses. Vacuums and carpet cleaners. The cheap ones have awful suction and are extremely prone to jams and wire tears. In my experience, the cheap ones are a miserable experience to try to fix. I assume because most people won't have a $60 vacuum serviced. Expensive vacuum, designed not to break, because if it does, you're definitely going to go back and use that warranty. Designed to be easily cleaned and serviced because they don't want you doing warranty claims. Had a very nice pet Dyson for over 10 years and it's solid. Very easy to service because all the parts are easily accessible and labeled. Tires. Sushi. Blender. Chocolate. After eating my first expensive chocolate bar, I knew there was nothing on earth that could make me eat those cheap, oversweet chocolate bars again. Garbage bags. Maple syrup. Growing up, we always had that cheap pancake syrup stuff that's basically corn syrup and food coloring. It never even occurred to me to buy actual maple syrup until I was in my 20s and had it at a friend's house. And it's delicious and worth it. And then there's a few follow-up comments to go to Costco and get the Kirkland maple syrup as it's much cheaper. I used to use normal toothbrushes and then I used a good electric toothbrush. Okay, so the next question is, what was something awesome as a kid but sucks as an adult? Water parks. Capri Suns for some reason and Mountain Dew is like literally drinking acid water mixed with sharpened thumbtacks. Going to the mall. I used to like browsing stores, but now I just want to get what I need and go. Eating large quantities of candy in a single sitting. Getting mail. I remember every day begging my parents if I got mail. I got so excited when something came for me. Now I dread going to the mailbox because all that will be there are bills. Losing a tooth. Waking up in another place than where you fell asleep. Spinning in circles. I try to do that now while holding my little one, and I do about 2 spins before I'm lightheaded and dizzy as if I'm drunk. The state fair, especially now that I have to pay for everything. My parents took us to Disney World for a week as kids. I went for 4 days with my husband a few years ago and wanted to go home with how expensive everything was. I went home and thanked my parents for that trip. The thought of being an adult and growing up. People coming to your house to visit and stay for a few days. MTV. Feel free to replace MTV in that sentence with any other cable channel of your choosing. Bravo was originally dedicated to film and performing arts. Now it's just rich women and 20, 30-year-olds who haven't matured past college. TLC was originally focused on educational and instructional programming. History was originally focused on history-based as well as social and science documentaries. Now it's just pseudoscientific, unsubstantiated, sensational, investigative programming. Discovery initially provided documentary television programming focused primarily on popular science, technology, and history. Now it's just hyperbolic, blue-collar reality TV. Snow day. I either have to take vacation time or make up those hours, and I'm going to spend the whole morning shoveling my damn driveway. And the last question for today: what do you swear on your life to be 100% true? I look good in the mirror. I look terrible in photos. They changed the Reese's recipe. That the printer will always run out of ink, or that the paper will get jammed when you're already rushing and stressed. The makers of baby wipes intentionally wrap them in a way so when you pull one out of the container, you get 2 to 3 and waste them because they are a pain to put back in. A gigantic meteor came down over a field I was driving right next to one night. I obviously didn't get video of it, but I wish I had. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Not being available 24/7 despite being reachable 24/7 is fine. The way people drive and the way they use a shopping trolley are direct closely linked. Every cart I pull at Walmart has at least one square tire. If I'm having a bad day, it can always get worse. You can make things foolproof, but the world will make better fools. Sunday does not have 24 hours. It is the kiss of death to change lines at the grocery store. That our phones are listening to us in order to hit us with relevant advertising. Too many times now, I've been talking about something or been in a situation and an advert for it popped up an hour or so later. If your bus is late, spark up a cigarette and it will instantly arrive. Time passes quicker the older you get. Do the things right now that you want to do. Don't wait for later. Your brain reuses pathways to make memories when it can. If you do the same thing every day, then it reuses them rather than forming new pathways and new memories. Reusing an existing pathway makes time feel faster. Forming new ones makes it slower. The older you are, the more pathways you have to reuse. The more settled down you are into a routine, the more you reuse the same ones. The more weird and crazy stuff you do, the longer your life feels. So go out and do new things. Live in new places. Try new experiences, and you'll have a longer life. Also, adrenaline makes you save memories more vividly. So scare the ish out of yourself whenever you can. I think that's a good one to end with. So that will be all for today. I hope you enjoyed. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful night, and I will see you next time.